Welcome guys. So today we are going to be looking at Pixellabs interface. Okay. So once you open your Pixellab, you're going to be greeted with this. So this right here is where you're going to be doing all your designs and everything that you're going to be doing. Okay, so let's just start from the top. Just go from top to bottom. Okay. So this right here, this plus sign right here is going to be used to import everything that you want to import into your canvas. By the way, your canvas is this whole stuff right here. So this is where you're going to be designing, right? So once you click on this, you can import your text, you can import the current date, you have stickers you can choose from, you have shapes you can choose from, and you have images from your gallery, and then you can draw. Okay, so next we have this. This simply means save, right? So you can click on it when you're done with your project. You can save, write your project name, and then I always advise before you click on OK, make sure you remove your keyboard, because if you don't, most times when you come back to open your project, you find out that your elements are just disorganized and scattered, and that can be very, 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 very disturbing, right? So make sure you remove your keyboard before clicking on OK. So you can save as a project, so you can save as image directly into your gallery. Okay, so up next we have the share right here. Okay, so this is simply, you can also save here, and then you can share, just share to, once you just click on share, it automatically saves your work, and then you can share to wherever, whatever platform that you want. Then the next here we have this quotation mark here. As the name implies, you can find quotes, different quotes that you can use for your design right here. Okay. Then this place, this three place I just highlighted, these three dots. If you click on it, here you can also add images from your gallery. You can go full screen, right? You can go full screen. You can use images from your camera. That means if you click on this place, it opens your camera, right? Then you can export your image from here also. Then you can also change the size of the image that you're working with. It's always important that before you start a design, one thing that you should make sure that you have got figured out is what platforms are these designs going to be posted on. If it's going to be posted on Instagram, find out the Instagram dimension. If it's going to be posted on Facebook, find out the recommended dimension, so that when you post your images, they don't cut it halfway. Maybe you post an image because you didn't design with the right dimension, they may cut off a part of the image, and that is not good. If you present that to your clients, they will most likely ask you to redo, and you would have to start, reorganizing and doing the whole stuff all over again, and nobody wants that kind of work. Okay, so Pixellab works with pixels, so let me just say that. So whatever size that you are, make sure that it is in pixels, right? So from this place that we're still looking at, you can watch the tutorials, remove ads, recover autosave, open PLP files. So these PLP files are like, you store your files here on Pixellab, or you have other PLP files that you want to open into Pixellab, maybe to design on from here, and all the other yada yada yada. Okay. So next, we're going to look at this back button right here. As the name implies, it just simply takes you back, right? Let's just do something with that. For instance, we have our text, right? And I don't want the text anymore. Maybe I want to do something different. I can just click on it back, and it takes me back, right? Can you see that? But the issue I have with Pixellab is that it just has only the back. So if you go back, you can't come back to it again. So that's just a problem. I hope they fix it soon. Okay, so next we have this magnifying image here. This is just to zoom in, right? This is just to zoom in. So once you've clicked on it, you can zoom in and zoom out, zoom in and zoom out. So that's basically the function of that. Next, we have the grid. Okay. Now, when we're working on designs, it's important that you use your grids. Your grids will help you to make sure that your items, your elements are arranged properly. Because one way you know a good design is when everything is properly aligned. If you're using right alignment or using left alignment, we're going to talk about alignment in I don't know if if it's going to come after or before this one, but definitely we're going to talk about alignment in typography, right? So it is very important that you use your grids to properly align your designs. So since we're talking about grid, let us just talk about everything about grid, how you can work with your grids. Right here, once you click on this grid, right, this stuff right here comes up. Okay, so this one right here, this one right here is like a magnet. You know, it looks like a magnet. So what does it do? Once you have an element, we have this text, and you on your magnet, you can see how it automatically magnets it to the grid lines. So you can easily align it. This right here is the central center, if there's any word like that. This or is upper center. This one is lower center, right? So it automatically aligns it to different areas of the grid line. Okay. Then you can put it off and then look at the next one. So this one enables you to add more lines. You can add more lines. You can remove the lines. Okay, so that's basically it for the grid lines. So up next we have our layer panel. Okay, so what does this layer panel do? In this layer panel you find everything that you have worked on. It usually appears here. Everything that you have worked on appears here. Okay, so that's what the layer panel does. And in this layer panel, you have your this place locks your image. From here you can edit the image. Here you can hide it so nobody sees it. Here you can delete. So that is what it is for. Okay. So let's go down. Here we have okay, let's look at this area. Let's look at this area. Okay. So we're going to start from here. So once you click on this blue place here, let me highlight it so we can see it. Once you click on this blue area here, it automatically opens up this place. So this place you can choose the image size that you want from here, and then you can find your projects, all the projects that you have worked on. Now these are the projects that I have worked on, so you can find them here. Okay, then you can choose any of the dimension. If it's A4 you want, this is A4. If it's this is, I think this is the Facebook banner. Then Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Twitter, and the rest. Okay, so that's where you can find all of that. So next up, let's look at this right here, this A. What does this A here do? Basically, whenever you're working with your text, this A is where you press. So if let's say we have a text, to edit this text, we come to this A. So here you have edit. You can change the right top of the text. You can delete the text. You can copy the text. You can move it forward or move it backward. Okay. You can, you can change the position, the size, the color, opacity. Everything here is what you use to manipulate your text. And we are going to be seeing them used as we go along in our designs. Okay, next we have this right here. Okay, So once you click on this place, if you have any elements that you're working with, let's say you have an image or you have a shape. Let's use a shape for instance. Let's use this shape. Whenever you want to edit this shape, or maybe you imported a picture or a sticker or anything that is not a text, if you want to edit anything that is not a text, you use this. Make sure you click on this. It will automatically pop up options that you can, use. Okay, so once you just click on the object, this is a shape. If you want to edit your shape, I would always advise when you want to edit your shape, don't just come and be dragging it from here, or from here, especially if you're using your radius. Right, you get to understand what a radius means. Whenever you want to edit your shape, make sure you come down to this edit place right here to edit your shapes. Right? It maintains your shape's integrity. It maintains the shape. It doesn't distort it. But if you don't click on this place before editing it, let's click on it so that you will see how it looks like. Once you click on it, it takes you back to the original place where you created the shape, right? So you can easily manipulate it from here. Here you have, if I start talking about shapes now, so here we have the radius, you have the fill, that's you can add your color, whatever, you can add a stroke, you can blur and stuff like that. So we're going to be looking at all these things later on. Okay, so whenever you want to edit your shape, make sure you come here. So you can delete, you can crop, you can copy, you can move to front and stuff like that. All these things here are for your shapes. So next we have this area, this layer button. Okay, so if you click on this, this is for your background. Now this place is for you to work on this your worksheet. Okay, so if you want to change the background color of this, you just click on color, change the color. So whenever you want to work on your background, this is where you go. This stuff here that's highlighted blue down here is where you go. So you can increase the transparency, image size, import import images from gallery, or just directly from your camera. Okay, so the next is this down here. Okay, so once you click on this, it is still for your background. Okay, so you can increase the brightness, reduce the brightness. It's still for your background. The You can add noise, you can add stripe, you can rotate, saturate. You can just play around with all these things. The essence of this video is to give you an overview, right? But I would expect that beyond this, you just try out the different tools that we have looked at here on the Pixellabs interface. This is how you grow. You don't expect somebody to like tell you every single thing, right? Because me personally, I don't even know every single thing because we learn every day, right? So it's very possible that you even discover areas and things in this place that so many people do not know. So it's very, very advised that you try to look at it on your own. So this is the end of our overview on Pixel Lab, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.